Hello and welcome to watching Planting Things and More. Today I'm going to show you the results of these potato plants and also walk you around the garden. So let's take a look. Now, some of them are not too big, but as you see, getting a few potatoes. I'm going to leave some of them in the ground a little longer because they came out late. Nice. Oh. These are nice small ones for like whatever, roasting, nice potatoes. Some of them are a little deeper. I gotta check. Sure I didn't miss any. Anyway, on the side. Can you see over here, camera? Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Now, it might be a red one, but I'm not sure. You need to get closer? Okay. Yeah, these are red. Good Lord. Wow. You ready? Yeah, look at that. Lay that one a little longer. Anyway, so we're going to go on the other side of the garden. Have some more potatoes in the ground. This is kind of above ground. And we're going to look at that. Now I did plant these maybe a week later, a week after I planted the ones in the other bed we just pulled up. And you're going to see what happens. And a little bit, some of them are small, but let's go a little deep and see. Nice red potatoes. Look at that. Beautiful. They're not gigantic, but you know what? They don't have to be big to fill your belly up, as long as you get enough, right? And sometimes you might get some that look smaller and bigger. But anyway, let's pull this one up and see. Now those, can you eat those? You can eat those. This one. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Beautiful. I decided to go ahead and pull them up, do a video because the weather's been kind of bad and it's been about that time to go ahead and harvest some of them. In a minute. That's beautiful, right? These babies in the store, they ain't cheap. They're really simple to grow. You don't have to have a big yard. I have a half-acre yard, but most of it ain't used for gardening. And that goes to show you can always plant in little spaces to make plentiful harvest. And I really didn't learn this on my own. I had a lot of advice from people and almanacs and watching other YouTube videos. I don't know it all. Everybody probably does. We kind of like help each other. you get a lot of information out of this video. Anyway, there's some of the potatoes there. See, all this stuff like this, the leftover potato skins, you can kind of put it in compost or actually put it back in the ground. I guess they call it amending the soil. I ain't gonna pull that last plant up, the 2 plants there. I'll have some more down on the end. Okay, these are some of the corn plants I grew. In maybe 3 weeks, I'll have corn. I guess this is maybe Johnny Select and Silver Queen. Kind of mixed, so might be mixed match. I don't know. The Silver Queen might look like Johnny Select, and the Johnny Select might look like Silver Queen, but it'll be okay because it's going to the same place. Anyway, these are habaneros. These are over a year old. This is the 2nd season. Put them in my greenhouse. These are pumpkin plants. These are like a white pumpkin. I'm not sure if they are Casper, but they smell really sweet, and I got them from someone special. And when we opened it up, the seeds were actually sprouting already. So I decided to go ahead and I had a jump start, so I planted them. And look, I just laid some cardboard down. I tried that method out. So far, so good. Everything you see right here is grown from seed. No store-bought. I do have some plants that may be store-bought, but what you see right here, like the marigolds, I grew them from seed. I think these are acorn squash and zucchini. The baby zucchini here coming on. Picked some the other day. These, if you look, you'll see some little acorn squash coming on right now. These are cantaloupe. They probably need thinning right here. But I'm probably going to let them grow a little bit bigger, then I might thin them out. There's so much in here that's maybe enough nutrients. Smells good. This is I think a golden zucchini. This is my first year planting these. And this is a crookneck squash, I think. I don't think it's a straight neck. It looks like a crookneck. That's a little. There's more marigolds I planted from seeds, and also the cardboard. My goal was to come in here and plant some bell peppers in here, on this end, have some cayennes on that end, and kale. And as you notice, I don't weed my garden perfectly. You see this kale plant right here, it's growing in weeds. I mean, you can weed them if you want to. Yeah, it's growing fine. And there's grass in here. Pull it out like that if you want. But I don't really go crazy with weeding, and I still do well. Over here, a friend of mine, he gave me some Concord grapevines. They're doing really well. It took about 2 years now for me to get anything. But they started to actually take off. I think it'll be around maybe September, possibly maybe that time to harvest. And here's some carrots. I put them in a container. These are the same kind. They are a, I'm not sure if you can read that. Another sweet pepper. These are green onions. This is dill. They're kind of slow. Might have to replant some of those. And this is oregano right here. And then of course these are purple onions over here. They kind of slow too. And this is French lavender. I didn't grow this one. It was given to me by somebody very special, and it smells really good. Called French lavender. Yeah. And these are more sweet peppers. They were kind of slow at first, and I put them in here, and they seem to really love it, so they're right at home. And I think they found their place, and I'm starting to get some little flowering pods, so hopefully I'll get some more sweet peppers. Sugar babies growing in a swimming pool. When I'm done, I drilled a hole up about 2 or 3 inches from the bottom. There's different brands, different sizes, and also probably different brands, but these seem to be the most affordable for what I'm trying. And I basically just drilled some holes on the sides and not on the very bottom to prevent the weeds from growing into it. You can do the bottom, drill holes in the bottom if you want to, but I come up about 2 inches on the sides, and then I come up and fill it above them holes a little bit, and I plant my plants. And when you water it, a little moisture seems to stays in the pool, and it kind of seems to help it stay more moist. As you notice, these are pretty nice watermelons, and they are going crazy out here. I love them, and there's plenty of watermelons everywhere. And also, I put tomatoes in this pool with some, everything here is grown by seed. More marigolds. They say they help repel insects. They're really loving this. I love looking at them. It's my first time growing marigolds. So if it's my first time, imagine if you tried it. You can do it. It's not hard. Main thing is getting your seeds started, and I recommend don't put them directly into the sun. Start them kind of like early spring indoors, and then as they grow, you can transplant them into your containers or in the ground. I have some in the ground on top of cardboard. I have them in the pool, this pool right here. So they're doing well, and the soil is basically the same soil. I made this mix myself. I'll show you that later. How I kind of blend it. Anyway, see the corn? More corn in another swimming pool. And it's putting on silk. I'm just hoping the ears get big enough, because it's my first time, planting them in the pool like this. And you want to see some cucumbers. I have like 2 or 3 different varieties of cucumbers. And please don't ask me what names they are. All I know is they're really good eating, and you can eat the skin and all. They're not bitter. Just call this thing 1. See this cucumber? We're going to call that thing 1, okay? Okay. Once you grab it and just twist it a little bit. You don't want to damage the plant, the rest of the vine itself. So I went in and picked it. It has these little prickly things on it. Now, you could probably pickle just about any kind of cucumber. Here's another one. These might be pickled cucumbers, but here we go. Look, I'm going to turn it. I'll grab it by the stem, and I'm going to just turn and twist real easy. And it'll pop off real easy. That's how you kind of get these things, these cucumbers. These are like sugar, I guess sugar snaps or something. Can't remember what they call these. There might be some on them somewhere. Anyway, you can probably actually eat the shoots. I'm not sure if these are ones you eat or not. We just eat the beans or peas that come off of them. Here's one right here. Yeah. Yeah, you can take it like this. Do the same way. You want to kind of peel it off real easy. And just eat it like this. Mmm, that's so good. How's that look? See the difference? Thing one, thing two. Actually, there's a proper name. Y'all know I'm joking. So you kind of twist it like that. And there's more, but I'm going to let it get a little bit bigger. Okay. This is gutter lettuce. Actually, it's like a regular green lettuce. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry for the names, but you can buy them in packs at Walmart or any place that sells lettuce in seed packs. And if you notice I've cut them one time actually. I cut them with scissors, and it was down this low about 4 days ago. Now look at them. And this is some red mixed, the red one. There's not much red in here. You'll see some every now and then. See it? A little reddish. So you can pick these like this, and you can pinch them off. Just eat it just like that. Fantastic. They do well semi-shade. No, I wouldn't plant them directly into the sun, but they do good under here because you have a little coverage, a little shade area. But in the morning time, they get enough. I'm experimenting with it to see if I need to maybe give them more shade later because the summer's not gotten here yet. So it's going to be trial and error thing. Might do spinach in one and some other things in others. And there's their tomatoes. If you look at my system over here, basically all you do is drive your stakes in the ground. You plant your tomatoes in between them and everything, and you kind of run them in between your strings. There's some marigolds. Oh yeah, all these are seeds as well. And there's some basil. Look at that beautiful basil. It's really thick. It needs to be separated, but they're doing really good right now, so I'm waiting. Yeah, going back to the compost and my ingredients for on top of the cardboard and also inside the pools. Basically, inside the pools, I use this brand. This stuff here seems to be doing the job. It drains well. I usually put about 3 bags of this in those little pools. Now you can add more if you like, depending on where you know how big your pool is. I use the medium-sized pool from Walmart. Now they do have a smaller one, which you could probably get away with just 2 bags. Now it's called cow manure, cow manure, and compost. And also use this peat moss. I put about a 5-gallon bucket of this per pool. Now, I really didn't measure it, but I'm trying to estimate about how much I think I used. So you can kind of, I always start with a 5-gallon bucket full. Don't pack it in the bucket, just kind of fill it up and then pour it in your pool. And do your compost, cow manure as well. And then you can mix it up with your hands really easy. You just fluff it around, and then you spread it out. And make sure you come above those holes again, because it's good to have drainage. Just in case it rains a lot, you're going to have water that stays in the pool. So remember, keep your compost above those holes. And here's another thing. I'm going to try this out. I think it'll work good for starting seeds. It might be a little, I don't think it's too much fertilizer in them to really matter, but they do have a seed starting type as well. You might want to just go with, whatever you can find. But if you can find the seed starting soil first, then use it. But if you can't find it, you can use maybe something like this. And then just water it down. Things and more. Please like and subscribe. Have a great day.